Move within your limits. Consult a professional if needed. Participation is at your own risk. Think of this as your space to come back to the work we've been building. We're not rushing today, we're checking in. With our breath, our body, our foundation. Let's begin. Before we move a single inch, let's focus on the breath. Inhale through your nose. Let the air come in slow like you're smelling something really beautiful. Exhale through your mouth. And as you breathe out, feel your belly button drop back towards your spine. I want you to imagine a pair of your favorite tight jeans, and you're slowly, gently zipping them up. Just zipping, ribs closing towards each other. Let's do this before we go anywhere. We're going to start with the roll downs to wake up the spine. Chin drops first, then let the weight of your head pull you forward one vertebrae at a time, not rushing, but when you get there, hang heavy. And on your next exhale, zip up through the core and slowly rebuild, stacking the spine like books back on a shelf. On your way down, you're like a string of pearls slowly dripping off a table. One more, let's go. Inviting some length into the body on your way up. Breathing on the way down. Come down to your mat, knees bent, feet flat. We're going into our half roll up. Arms reach forward. Inhale to curl back. Just halfway, right to where it gets spicy. Exhale, zip up. And slowly curl the spine back to start. This is the place where the magic happens, right here in the in-between. This one's going to have a little something extra at the end. On your last breath, your last rep, we're going to hold for a breath or two before we lower down with control. No crashing, nice and slow. Arms open wide into cactus, elbows at 90 degrees, the backs of your hands reaching towards the mat. Now this might not happen all the way, and that's completely okay. The goal is simply to let gravity do its job. We spend so much time reaching forward, and this is the antidote. All right, let's get into the core work. Tabletop your legs, arms reaching to the sky. Imagine there's a warm, heavy weight resting on your lower belly. That's your anchor. As you extend one arm and the opposite leg long, don't let that weight shift. Don't let the low back arch. The zip stays engaged the whole time, slow and steady for each side. I love this trio because each piece is building on the last. Now, hands come behind the head, but please don't pull on your neck, just cradle it. Elbows wide, gaze up. Exhaling to curl, inhaling to lower. Just the shoulder blades lifting off the mat. Like you're trying to bring your ribs towards your hip bones, not your chin to your chest. 8 of these. And now we connect it all. One knee's gonna come in, one leg is gonna stay long. Hands to the shin, switch. We're painting a long line with that extended leg, reaching it away from you like you're trying to touch something just out of reach. Keep the zip, keep the curl, and don't let the shoulders creep up. Think shoulders down, heart up. Almost there. Hug your knees into your chest and rest your head. Close your eyes. Notice what you feel. Maybe there's some heat building. That's the work. Just breathe here for a moment. When you're ready, arms reach back overhead. Legs are long. Inhale to begin to curl. And on the exhale, let the arms lead you up and over, peeling the spine off the mat one vertebrae at a time, reaching up and over towards your toes, and then reversing it. Curling back slowly, fighting gravity on the way down. Here, you control the descent. It's not one to rush through. Really articulating through the spine. Head dives through the arms on the way forward. Now we're moving into our one leg circles. One leg is staying long on the mat. The other is going to hug in towards the chest before reaching straight up to the sky. Leg gently turned out if you can. You're like you're showing off the inside of your thigh. Circle the leg, not the hip. The hip is staying heavy, we're still anchored here. The leg is the only thing moving. And reverse. Make your circles like you're drawing on the ceiling or in the sky with your toes. Deliberate, round, beautiful. Here we do 5 each direction. Hug the knee back into the chest and then switch legs. If your hip wants to rock or roll a little bit here, zip up through the core a little bit more. Remember, that's your anchor. Press into the ground beneath you a little bit more for more support. Still trying to imagine your leg reaching away from the body for something just out of reach. And then hug your knee back into your chest. Let's build our bridge series. Feet are hip width apart. We inhale at the bottom to start. Exhale, press through the feet, peel the hips up one section at a time. At the top, think of your body as a diagonal line from knees to shoulders. Really squeezing the glutes while keeping the ribs connected. Lower back down slowly, tailbone last. This time, feet walk a little further away for our hamstring bridge, just enough to feel your hamstrings wake up. But principle is the same. Peeling up, holding at the top, lowering with control. You're gonna feel this differently, and that is the point. Now bring the feet back together, knees stacked over heels, legs squeezing through the center. We're lifting and then lowering just halfway, and repeat. This is a small movement, but we're still maintaining the control here. Now hold at the top and tiny little pulses for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down to the mat with control. Let's grab behind our thighs and rock up to a seated position. We're coming into our all fours, so wrists are under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's find our tabletop first. Back is flat, like a tray of champagne glasses is resting there. And it's nice champagne, so don't spill any. For our bird dog, extend
one arm and the opposite leg, long, graceful lines. The challenge is staying still through the spine. Breathing here. Then we continue in the same position, but now the elbow meets the knee underneath you. And then you extend long again. Now, let's switch straight over onto the other side. Same thing. First, finding your neutral tabletop, hips parallel to the mat, shoulders parallel, and then extending opposite arm, opposite leg, lifting and lowering. And then let's bring knee to elbow and extend long. This one can be tricky for balance, especially if you're on grass, so take your time with it. Either come into your full high plank or stay on your knees. Both are perfect. We're just gonna lower halfway down, hold, and push back up. Just halfway. We're feeling the heat a little bit before dropping to our knees and pushing back into our rest pose. For our side series, come down onto your forearm on one side, elbow under shoulder, hips stacked. This is your side plank. Let the hips lower towards the mat, just a breath, then lift back up. Slow and rhythmic, like a slow tide coming in and out. You can also do this in a full plank. I'm not here to tell you how to do your side plank. Okay, maybe just a little, but you have options here. Now we're lowering our hips down and taking a beat. Again, still keeping hips and shoulders stacked. Now legs are long. Top and bottom leg are gonna lift together, separate, and come back together. Notice both legs are still staying long and strong here. You're really gonna start feeling your inner thigh and your obliques. Hold and then lower down before bending your knees in, pushing up, and switching straight over onto the other side. Remember, elbow under shoulder, either knee plank or full plank. You can place that top hand on your hip and lower and lift with control. Remember that feeling of zipping up through your abs. We're keeping that through this entire side series. And lower down to the mat with control. Head can come into your hands. Hips are stacked, legs lift. Together and apart. Together and apart. Trying to move with control through this. And lowering back down with control before pushing back up into a seated position.
Now come up to seated. We are entering the exhale class, the release. Legs are going to be folded to one side. Top arm reaches up and over in a long stretch. Breathe into the space between your ribs and hold for 3 breaths. Then come back up through center and onto the opposite forearm to continue the stretch. Before coming back up and folding your legs to the other direction to start our mermaid on the other side. Top arm reaches up and over. Let the side body open like a flower turning toward the light. Then come up through center, flowing onto the opposite forearm. Now press back up to seated and recenter yourself on the mat. Then we come back up and move into our figure 4 stretch. One ankle crosses over the opposite knee. Let the hips breathe open. No forcing, no pushing, just an invitation. Stay here for a few breaths. Untwist and go straight over to the other side. Remember, we're not forcing here, so adjust this position as feels best for you. Now untwist and take the legs long in front of you for a gentle straddle, a gentle forward fold. Walk your hands forward and let your upper body drape. You're not trying to touch your toes. You're just letting go. Breathe into the backs of the legs, the low back, the places that held you today. Feel them softening. Find any position that feels restful right now. Lying down, seated, curled up on your side, there's really not a wrong answer. Close your eyes and take a full breath in before letting it go. I want you to just notice. Notice the areas that feel looser than when we started, and notice how you showed up for yourself today. Take one more breath, and when you're ready, slowly come back. I'll see you soon.